So what is solar radiation? Solar radiation is an electromagnetic radiation emitted by the sun and received on the earth, and can be utilized in two forms, either heat or electricity. Solar radiation component: when the sun emits its radiation, when it comes to the limit of the atmosphere, it will be scattered due to many reasons. So the direct beam that reaches a surface is called the direct normal irradiance, and the diffused due to any let's say atmospheric condition is called the diffused horizontal irradiance. And there will be some radiation or energy reflected due to the landscape or the albedo, and the combination of all of these, when they gather at a surface, we call it the global horizontal irradiance. We talked about the albedo, and from this table we see that each material has its albedo value. So we see for fresh snow we have the highest albedo value, and for fresh asphalt it is the lowest. We need to consider this in designing of solar PV system. There are many factors which cause the reflection of the sunlight. One of them is the air molecule, and we see that the density of air molecule near to the earth is higher than the edge of the atmosphere. Another source is the water vapor, which is part of the life cycle. Also cloud cause a sun scattering or reflection. Dust, which severely affect the performance of PV system or PV modules. Air pollution, which caused due to many reasons, industries and cars and other sources. The amount of solar radiation received on the earth is affected by many reasons. One of them is the year seasons, the weather condition, whether it is a sunny day or cloudy or partial sunny. Also the landscape, as we said, whether it's an asphalt or a green area, or maybe area with the snow. Also the location of that particular place, the time of the day, whether it's in the morning, evening or afternoon. Since the earth is rotating around the sun in an elliptical orbit, this will affect the sun height in the different seasons of the year. So we see at 21st of June the sun is at its highest altitude or height, and at the 21st of December it is at its lowest path. So we need to consider this during the shading analysis of PV system. Sun position: here are some definition of the sun angles or sun position angles, where the azimuth is the horizontal displacement. We have the altitude, which represents the height of the sun with alpha, and also we have the zenith angle phi, which is the complement angle of alpha. Here is a comparison between different surfaces: tilted, flat and curved, and we see that the tilted has the more power in comparison with the other surfaces, and this is due to that these are adjusted toward the sun position, which means that when the surface is not adjusted toward the sun, we need a greater area to generate the same amount for the case when the surface is tilted. Air mass: we could define the air mass as the ratio between the thickness of the atmosphere crossed by the direct radiation to reach the earth and the thickness vertically above that location. So actually we could summarize this in this equation: air mass is equal to 1 over cosine theta, and theta here is the zenith angle of the sun in that location. So when it comes to the radiation data sources, we have many sources for radiation data. One of them is the ground measuring station, satellite derived data, and the third one is the reanalysis models. From where could I get a satellite to drive solar radiation? We have many websites and many organizations that provide a solar radiation, and here is an example is NASA Power, where you could freely get any data for any location on Earth and get the radiation components. Also Meteonorm software, there is a software where you could download it and get the data for any location. It's a paid service and it is free for some places. PVGIS also is a free website where you could actually download an typical meteorological year data, and also the Solar GIS. Also it is a paid service, but you could download free solar maps. So what are the data these websites provide? We have the direct normal irradiance, general horizontal irradiance, wind speed, air temperature and pressure, and here is a snapshot for a data getting from PVGIS for a specific location, and another location from Meteonorm 7, which also provide the same data, or with some more details.